Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Wellness Musings with Meg. I'm so excited to share this episode with you. Have you ever wondered if lion's mane really lives up to the hype? I see it all over the internet, and it is literally the next big thing in wellness. So I took it for 30 days to find out. Was it a game changer for my brain health or is it just another fad? Today, I'm going to give you guys some facts about lion's mane, what it claims to help with, and then my personal experience. Let's dive into the real results.
Hi, my name is Meg, and you are listening to the Wellness Musings with Meg podcast. I am a fully qualified beautician and yoga teacher who has studied and worked in health and wellness since 2017. I have been obsessed with wellness my entire life and have always wanted to share my passions more. If you love health, wellness, and yoga and want to learn more, this podcast is for you. I will be bringing you all things wellness from diet and lifestyle to beauty tips and tricks, and of course, yoga as well. So grab yourself a green tea and find a tranquil spot, and let's jump in.
A few months ago, I found myself forgetting things left, right, and center. I struggled to concentrate for long periods of time. I honestly just felt like my work was lacking in passion and a bit of zing. And because my brain just wasn't firing, and for someone who has dyspraxia, this meant that my brain was really, really not firing and was really, really slow compared to an average human brain. I was so tired and I was tired of feeling like my brain was just tired. So when I stumbled across lion's mane mushroom, I thought, why not give it a shot? But what happened next totally surprised me. Lion's mane is packed with loads of natural compounds necessary to help provide you with cognitive clarity and is ideal for people who have busy minds. In addition, research shows that the potential benefits of eating lion's mane mushroom to improve one's mental well-being, along with helping them to enhance their memory. But what's even more interesting is that the functional mushroom is also known for its neuroprotective qualities, enabling your body to potentially help improve its ability to develop healthy nerves in the brain, possibly creating healthy neurons. And for someone with dyspraxia, this was like key for me. This was kind of the thing that made me really feel like it was something I wanted to try. Lion's mane has two essential compounds known as hericenones and erinacines, both of which are enzymes that provide brain improving qualities. The hericenones are associated with helping the brain to produce new nerves, while on the other hand, the ericinines travel through the blood-brain barrier, facilitating hericenones to create healthy neurons. Lion's mane also contains plenty of antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds. One of the best health benefits associated with lion's mane, as per research, is that it may help boost your cognitive function, mainly increasing your focus level. That's because the functional mushroom contain compounds such as these hericenones and the ericinines, both enzymes that help generate new brain cells and have produced new cells in a laboratory setting. The positive effects of this mushroom on the brain may well position the lion's mane as a possible treatment for serious cognitive disabilities and complications such as Alzheimer's disease and dementia. My granddad passed away a few years ago, or about a year ago, actually, now, and that was due to having Alzheimer's. So, this was another thing that at the time, like, really rang true to me, like it was really important. I found that really fascinating. According to one study posted by Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience in 2020, it was seen that individuals that displayed early symptoms of Alzheimer's disease saw promising improvements in their cognition after being asked to consume 350 mg of lion's mane extract for more than 11 months. While on the other hand, another group of individuals was asked to take placebos and they naturally didn't see any signs of improvement. By the end of this episode, I'll share what happened when I stopped taking this supplement for a week. I always stop using a wellness product for a week when trying something new in the world of wellness to kind of see if I notice anything happening. And it showed me something incredible about this supplement. I don't gatekeep here. You are going to know the result. So when I started taking this supplement, I feel like I noticed a pretty big shift quite quickly, like within a few days. I have always had a brain that gets tired quickly, struggles to focus, especially on tasks like reading, and this is due to having dyspraxia. But I will say sometimes I will have better days than others, and not sure if that's due to like hormones or food or sleep or something like that. But so at that time, I didn't really think much of this change. I find a lot of supplements have a bit of a placebo effect in the beginning, so you always think it's working. And this is why I always trial stuff for a month so I can kind of see if it's a placebo or if maybe it's reacting with my hormones in the cycle, or maybe it's like if life is taking a stressful turn or a more relaxed turn, that can sometimes be obviously more of an effect. Like if I'm on holiday and or having a quiet week and then I start taking a supplement, then of course I'm going to think that supplement is doing what it promised, when actually it's because of like my life circumstances rather than the actual supplement, if that makes sense. After about 2 weeks, I realized that this focus streak was still going, and my life at the time was quite stressful. I was working extremely hard every day, and yet that brain fatigue just wasn't coming. Each day I was waking up, I was like ready to work. And when I was working, I was just going. I was focused. My attention didn't really move away from what I was doing as much. And that's when I was a bit like, oh, okay, this might actually be doing something here. I do want to stress here that my brain in 25 years has never been like this, like switched on. I usually have to really use a lot of energy to get it to like work and to concentrate, especially when I'm reading and stuff like that. I'm always away with the fairies. Like even when I was a little girl, I was that child that literally was just on another planet all of the time. Just because that's how my brain works. I've never been someone who found concentrating easy. And then when I started taking it, and it was just doing it, it was just concentrating, it was just working. But it wasn't until week 3 that something truly surprising happened. Have you guys ever tried lion's mane before? And what was your experience like? I'd love to hear your thoughts on social media. You can leave a comment here on YouTube or maybe on Instagram. Maybe tag me in a story and let me know. Oh, week 3. That was a stressful week. I was ill. My puppy had to have a serious surgery. So that meant I had to cut my work hours because I needed to look after him. And that then meant I wasn't getting a paycheck coming through. It was also my time of the month, so I was in pain. Like any other time, I would have been in a complete mess. But weirdly, I still had this drive in my brain, and I still could focus. Where did that energy to focus come from? I don't know, but it was there, and it was working with no problems. I wasn't struggling to keep my concentration, and the work I was producing was like a good standard and perfect too. I would say at this point, I was a bit like, okay, I feel like I can't go without these. I think they might be making a bit of a difference or like a big difference. And then we get to the week 4, which is when I had to stop taking them for you guys. To see if it was making a difference. So I stopped taking these, and that was when I knew whether these were the cause of it all, and that this could be an honest review. Before we dive back into my personal findings from taking lion's mane, let's do a quick round of myths and facts. I'll bust some of the most common misconceptions about this mushroom. The first one is my favorite. This one makes me laugh so much. Lion's mane is a psychedelic and causes hallucinations. I can't even say that with a straight face. I get it. I get it. I think in the beginning, when I heard about functional mushrooms, I was skeptical actually, but these are literally the same as like a mushroom that you would cook with. Um, and it is not a psychedelic. It doesn't cause any hallucinations. I can tell you that firsthand. And I feel like it's like it wouldn't be very good at helping me produce high quality work and concentrating if it was making me hallucinate. So I can 100% vouch that it is not going to make you hallucinate. It doesn't have any of those sort of qualities in them at all. So yeah, that is not something you have to worry about at all when you're taking these. Lion's mane supplements are more potent than eating the actual mushroom. Well, the reality is whole foods can be more nutritionally dense than a supplement, and the flavor of the functional mushroom, like lion's mane, might be more palatable in a supplement form. So you will get more benefit potentially from having it as a whole food. But personally, I always take it as a supplement. I haven't even tried to attempt to get hold of it online as a whole food, but I could imagine it's probably quite difficult. And I wouldn't imagine it would have a good shelf life, whereas when you're taking a supplement, it has a longer shelf life. And also, you have the dosage already there. So you don't really have to worry so much about how you're taking it. I always take it in supplement form, and at the end of this podcast, I'll explain even where I get mine from. So you can even go to the same place and know that you're getting a good quality supplement from someone who has tried it themselves. I've also heard that lion's mane is a superfood that cures all ailments, and lion's mane has shown some promise in some areas, i.e., like Alzheimer's and places like that, but it's not a magic bullet, and research is still going. And I think that's a really important thing to highlight here, is that it's not magic. There is no such thing as a magic superfood, supplement, anything that can heal all ailments. Otherwise, everyone would be taking it. So what happened to me when I stopped taking lion's mane for a week? Well, the first day or two, no change. And I was thinking, okay, maybe no. I was just on a really good streak of brain energy. I was like, oh, maybe these haven't done anything. But after about 3 days, I realized my brain was sort of slipping back. I also think my brain had got used to working at the level that it was before. So I noticed very easily that all my little annoying things that my brain does that makes me kind of work harder. For example, when I'm reading, I have to really concentrate and use a lot of energy to read. It takes me a long time to understand and to get into my brain what I'm reading. I'm going to do a podcast episode possibly on dyspraxia at some point. Basically, like I think my brain had got used to actually working at optimum levels. And so then when it was starting to do the opposite, it almost hit me harder because my brain was working harder and I was struggling to concentrate. I was getting so tired so quickly. And I will say, like, the production of my work, it wasn't, it was less good quality work. And everything was just taking me so much longer than when I was taking the supplements. That's kind of when I was sold on it, and I could not wait to get these supplements back out of the cupboard and go back to taking them. And since then, it's been around maybe a month. I think it's been 2 months since then. And I'm still religiously taking these supplements every day. They work so well for me. I've noticed a huge difference. I feel like they've fixed my brain. So after all of that, would you guys try lion's mane for your brain health? Let me know in the comments section. I get my supplements from the Wellness Store. They are FDA approved, and if you use my code MEGSmith10, they will give you a 10% discount site-wide. So it doesn't matter if you decide to take a different mushroom to lion's mane. If you want to try something different, you'll get 10% off. They are also where I get my chaga mushroom supplements from, which I talked about in last week's podcast episode. So if you want to learn about like my experience and things about chaga mushrooms, go and have a little listen to that one. It's also where I get my Shilajit from, which again, I've done another episode on, so maybe have a little listen to that too. I will put the website and also my discount code in the description for this video below. Feel free to have a little look, do your own research, and gain a bit of clarity in it yourself. And also, I always think it's important to check with your doctor and GP before you start taking a supplement, especially if you're already on medication or if you're already on other supplements. And just remember that this is my personal experience. It's been a brilliant experience, and I'm so glad I started taking it. And I don't think this will ever leave my morning routine, my wellness routine. This is a staple now, lion's mane for sure, 100%. I've noticed a huge difference, but obviously everybody is different. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to tune in next week. We're going to be diving into another wellness episode. We're going to be looking at the reason that you feel unhealthy. I cannot wait to share that with you. I can't wait to see you or to speak to you. Have a fabulous week, and I will see you next week. Bye.